In today's video, we're gonna look at some of the money traps which would keep you broke forever and tips and strategies to overcome them for your financial success. Back in the 1970s, approximately 61% of American households were considered middle class. Now that percentage has shrunk to just 50% according to new research. Meanwhile, the percentage of upper income and lower income household has risen over the past several decades. This has resulted in a widening income gap between households. But what makes the difference between income classes? When it comes to the middle class, most people have some disposable income and have obtained some college education. Many of these individuals have also achieved a certain level of financial stability and might even be preparing for a retirement or have an emergency savings fund or other investments. However, middle class households also often carry consumer debt, such as a mortgage or high interest credit cards. They may also be more prone to falling for certain money traps or other financial pitfalls that those in the upper class might have successfully navigated away from. Some of these money traps either only exist in the United States or are more prominent in the US than they are in any other country. If you live in the US and consider yourself to be in the middle class, here are some of the biggest money traps that could be affecting your finances. The first money trap is believing home ownership equals true wealth. Home ownership has traditionally been an American dream, but many people believe that owning a home equates to being wealthy when that's not necessarily the case. Instead of financial independence or financial security, the American dream is home ownership. But home ownership is not a very effective way to accumulate long-term wealth for retirement, despite conventional wisdom suggesting the contrary. Many people continue to believe the myth that residential real estate is the best long-term investment, and the evidence simply suggests otherwise. People fall prey to the stories of individuals realizing substantial gains by buying a home and selling it at a much higher price years down the road. The fact that in the US a large percentage of individuals' net worth is concentrated in home equity adds to the mistaken belief. Money trap number 2 is constantly living above their means. While not exclusive to the US, many Americans live at the top of or above their means. Some of this is due to them wanting to keep up with the Joneses, but this can lead to more debt and other financial complications down the line. It can also make it more difficult to prepare for retirement, pay off existing debt, or build wealth. A common example of this is purchasing a house that they can technically afford, but that won't necessarily leave any room for other financial goals. People often ask mortgage bankers how big a mortgage they can qualify for and anchor their home buying decision on the houses at the top of their range. The problem that people get into is that too large a portion of their monthly income is consumed by mortgage payments, effectively crowding out other more lucrative investments like building wealth in the stock market. The third money trap is falling for lifestyle creep. Similar to living above one's means comes another US middle class trap known as falling for lifestyle creep. This is essentially when one's non-essential spending increases alongside their income. While many people might perceive this increased spending to be necessary, the reality is that it often isn't. Sometimes increased income naturally leads to more discretionary spending, but if left unchecked, lifestyle creep can prevent individuals from achieving their financial goals in the long run. While the cost of living and lifestyle preferences naturally change as we evolve and mature, it's important to understand how your expenses stack up and have clarity on how your money is being allocated and invested to build future wealth. Without this roadmap, building true wealth in the long run can be very difficult to achieve. Money trap number 4 is pursuing higher education without a clear plan. While obtaining a higher education could help you land a higher paying job, it's not a guarantee. And unfortunately, many people who got into college end up with a student loan debt they can't afford to pay back. This is especially common with those who don't have a clear career trajectory or a financial plan. A middle class money trap that seems to only exist in the US is student loan debt. Pursuing higher education often comes with hefty student loan debt, which can impact financial freedom for years. According to the Education Data Initiative, approximately 43.6 million Americans carry federal student loan debt, including both federal and private student loans. The average borrower owes around $40,505 in student-related debt. There is good news though. Federal student loan borrowers may be eligible for affordable loan repayment options. Federal student loans offer smart repayment options, including the new Saving on a Valuable Education, the SAVE plan. which is an income-driven repayment plan that calculates payments based on a borrower's income and family size, not their loan balance. This plan and other income-driven repayment options can help student loan borrowers pay down their student loan debt at a manageable rate and not have to make hard decisions between paying down debt versus saving for retirement. Money trap number 5 is funding their lifestyles with credit card debt. The US has one of the highest, if not the highest, amounts of credit card debt in the world with a total balance of $1.3 trillion. On an individual scale, the average American, middle class included, carries $5,733 in credit card debt. Credit card debt is one of the fastest ways to diminish any financial gains you have earned. It's not uncommon for many middle class individuals to fund their lifestyle with high interest credit cards they can afford to pay down in full every month. It's always better to earn interest than pay interest. So unless you're able to pay down your credit card bill in full every month, credit card debt is likely preventing you from optimizing your financial wellness. The money trap number 6 is relying too heavily on 401k. Many US-based companies offer 401k plans, a type of employer-sponsored retirement plan. But while contributing regularly to this plan and taking advantage of any employer matching contributions can be beneficial for their financial futures, some people neglect other savings or investment opportunities. The most prominent issue with America's middle class today is their attitude towards saving. Many families distrust the stock market and rely too heavily on their 401k to see them through to retirement. Having a 401k is undoubtedly a good idea. There are also dangers that your savings won't rise in line with inflation. Because of this, it pays to diversify your investment a little, and looking at the stock market can be a useful secondary investment strategy, as the securities you can invest through retirement accounts are mostly limited to mutual funds and not individual stocks. Money trap number 7 is believing the stock market will make them rich. Portfolio diversification is often an essential part of breaking free from the middle class and becoming wealthy. But when it comes to investing in the stock market, whether it's a smart financial decision, opinions are split. Some Americans believe that the stock market is too risky, while others think it will make them wealthy. The former can keep them from investing at all. The latter could lead to some major financial mistakes. Put aside any ill-conceived notion about penny stocks possibly making you a millionaire, and you will find far steadier shares and products that can slowly bolster your savings. And of course, anybody unfamiliar with the stock market should do their homework first. A good financial advisor should be able to steer potential investors towards more low-risk products that can help to fortify their savings. Learn how stock market works and how to invest properly to take control of your investment decisions. And this is better than relying on any financial advisor. Money trap number 8 is thinking real estate comes with higher returns than the stock market. Some people don't invest in the stock market at all in any form. They would instead turn into residential real estate instead of investing in the stock market, believing it would lead to high returns. Real estate, particularly residential homes, is a much inferior investment when compared to stocks. It is found that on an inflation-adjusted basis, the average home price has increased only 0.6% annually over the past 100 years. In comparison, the average rate of return on S&P 500 has been approximately 10%, while inflation has averaged around 3%. The inflation-adjusted return of the stock market over the past 90 years has been approximately 7%. In addition, stocks do not need a new furnace, a lawn mowed, or a new roof, and they do not require an annual property tax payments either. Subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss any of our videos on personal finance and you get notified. Thank you for watching. See you next time.